So if I told you that God is here, I'm saying God is here, and you said, Father, can we talk about that emotion I felt for 5 minutes yesterday? Is it a good deal? I say, God is here. And you say, yesterday I saw God. I was meditating, and after a long time, many years of meditation, something became very clear, and yesterday I saw God. I'm saying, God is here. And you say, why do I get this intermittent pain in my left elbow? I say, God is here. And you say, what do you mean by awareness? What will you exchange God for? This is the only choice that who is making? God is making. So is God choosing to exchange himself for a limited notion of himself or herself? How about in satsangs from now on, if I find that we're exchanging God for a notion, I just say, but God is here. Uh, And when Mr. Me comes, Mr. Mind comes, and then, okay, God is here, but what about me? Then we can say, but are you? Are you? Is there one that is separate from God? That is inquiry. So to see that God is here is surrender. And when the mind comes and says, what about me? What about me? You say, who are you? So both surrender and inquiry are here. You see, this is the primal difference in what is called direct satsang, and that is called that which is called indirect pointings. Direct satsang means we start with this perspective, this clear seeing, this direct insight that I exist, I am, consciousness is. Whereas if it was indirect, then first we would all collectively pick up the presumption that we are person, we are people, we are the ego, and then figure out ways to get to God or get to the truth. And since most of you have been here for a long time, there must be something which enjoys this directness now. So either when we choose to pick up a notion, when we choose to pick up a concept or thought, either there must be a sense that what is being shared in satsang is not true, that there must be a God and a me, and the me must resort to these concepts, notions about itself, or it's just a bad habit. How to verify that what is being shared is true? I'm not saying take my word for it. I've given you a simple tool to check. Try to stop being. Don't be for an instant. Don't exist for a moment. Did it? Cannot do it. If you had, then I would have seen the body fall. Sleep would have come. Unconsciousness would have come. You see? When the sense of consciousness is there, when the sense of existence is there, it relies on this being, I am, presence. Now, stay with me on this point. This being, this consciousness, the mind has convinced you that it is personal, that it is limited. This presence, this being that you cannot stop, this existence that you cannot stop, the mind has convinced you that it is personal, that it is limited. But if you explore with your inner insight, you will find that this being, this consciousness has no boundary. All the sensations which we call the body are contained within it. All the perceptions that we call the world are contained within it. All it needs is one moment where you keep your doubt aside and just check. Where are these words? The mind will tell you that they are outside you, but actually they're just inside. Your attention does not leave you, it does not go outside. It cannot, because there is no outside. This is nothing fancy. This, are, this is our simple, natural truth. You have met God. There is no greater God that you can meet except your own being. Check if there is anybody else here. Is there a me and the being? Is there a person sitting there on the side who has your name? I am this I am. The play is continuing. All the senses are functioning in their own natural way. The world has not stopped. The body functioning continues. Effortlessly, life continues to move. In the great stillness which is your being, all expressions continue to move around. Now, the trick, the great trick is how the mind will come and tell you that you know that person that you can never find that wants something. That person that you cannot find has to do something. Now, this is a beautiful part of this divine illusion as to how consciousness itself picks up these notions from its own aspect called the mind. And now, in the play, consciousness itself is playing as if it is addicted to these notions and seems to experience withdrawal symptoms every time we say, just don't pick up a notion about yourself. Like, but. You see, the but is the withdrawal symptom, telling you that life is going to stop or the world is going to stop. Nothing has stopped. Let me tell you from here, these words are flowing from this mouth. Is there a person sitting here saying them? No, I don't find him. They're just appearing. Just like these eyes are blinking, this heart is beating, these words are just appearing. The same is true for you. Like Maharaj used to say, isn't it? That what is happening happens, the mind comes after, post facto, and takes credit or blame. Sometimes it also comes pre facto. See, that's why it is tricky. So what is happening is just happening. And if you were to just rely on your insight for a little bit of time, you will see that this is completely true for every movement, even those movements which we have called mine in the past. So if everything is moving effortlessly, and you have to check the veracity of these words. If you feel like there is an individual entity which is doing something, you must be able to find this one. Don't rely on any conjecture now. Don't rely on any feeling. Rely on your inner intuition, on your intuitive insight, and see if there is such a one. Who deserves credit or blame for any action, arrogance or guilt about anything that has happened. Now, if it is God that you want, or the truth that you want, then drop every notion. Don't make anything a thing. But if it is the play that is not tiring enough yet, that we are not done with yet, then continue to play. By all means, all of this is for God to play with.